Look how clear that is. We're gonna do a quick DIY. I put a T at the bottom here with fish or tank water. It runs 8 feet. We have a custom 3D background. So with the power of technology and YouTube, scratch going down, I actually, wait, what? Yeah, I know. But you don't have to give me an attitude. It's not like you pay rent. And not only that though, money doesn't grow on trees. You know, I know what I said and I'm gonna follow through with it, okay? So don't worry, just relax, okay? Maybe we'll do it today, all right? Aloha guys, this is your boy, the Hawaiian Fish Keeper, and I'm just having a little conversation with boy, the Flowerhorn. Now, it's been some time since I promised him that I was gonna get him a new home. But today's the day. So we're gonna go ahead and give him a little HGTV upgrade on his new home. So let's get into it, all right? Let's get to the garage and go to work. Boom, we are here in the garage now. Boy, the Flowerhorn actually is in a 29-gallon tank. We're gonna upgrade his tank to a 40-gallon tank. Now, remember I did a video on resealing a 40-gallon tank that I got off of Facebook Marketplace? Well, that's gonna be his new home. But not only that though, we're gonna add some special features to his home that he's gonna love. So let me turn the camera around and check it out. So I got this awesome 3D background that we're gonna install on the back of this 40-gallon breeder now. I managed to get this. It was $25. And you know, there's like you know, a couple cracks there, you know, a little piece that's missing there, but not a big deal. You know, I'm not even gonna use it because I gotta cut this down to size. As you can see, I'll stick this in the tank and you can see how high it is, right? So it kind of sticks up above the tank. So we're gonna go ahead and get a blade and we're gonna cut this down to size, make sure it fits nice and snug. That way I don't have to use silicone. So let's get into this. Just by looking at it, we're gonna go ahead and cut it right under this ledge, right about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it and we're gonna cut it with just a plain old X-Acto blade. Now this 3D background is made out of foam. As you can see, it's kind of like a styrofoam. Not kind of, it is a styrofoam. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna take this long ruler here, slash level, and we're just gonna go ahead and run our X-Acto blade, kind of give it a nice little guideline. And make this longer, there we go. See that? See this X-Acto blade? It can actually go really long. It can extend that way. I can get a nice level slice and run this blade along the side of this level. There we go. Had to hit you with a time lapse. Nobody wants to sit there and watch somebody cut a piece of foam. I just basically used the brand new blade and just cut it straight down. It's a nice clean cut with a brand new blade, and we actually eliminated the piece with the you know, bad edge to it. So it's like we got a brand new 3D background. And honestly guys, this is my first 3D background I've ever had. So for 25 bucks for the background of a 40 breeder, I think it's a great deal. Look at this. We're gonna try to fit it in the inside and see what it looks like, but just to give you an example, it was a perfect cut, right? All right, let's put this bad boy inside and check it out. Put this in the tank and see how it fits. It looks like it's just under the lip, which is perfect. And ooh, voila, you know what? It's actually a great fit. It's kind of snug, so I gotta actually kind of push it down here to fit it. And you can see right here under this edge, I'm gonna have to actually kind of give it a little push down, and that way it'll fit under there. But gosh, look at that. That looks pretty sick. Look at the inside, guys. Oh, now I want to install this without having to silicone it. So you know, if I need to take it out, I can just take it out, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. So let's actually get it in there nice and snug. All right, and just like that, we have a custom 3D background for our 40 breeder gallon tank for Boy the Flowerhorn. And if you can see these little slots right here, this is where I can run the wire for the heater. I'm pretty sure we're gonna put an HOB here, hang on the back right there. All right, so check this out, guys. Remember I was talking about the heater when I install it? Here it is, right? I'm gonna install it on the side of the tank this way. And you can see the wire runs underneath, behind the 3D background, and it comes up through this little crack here. It's exactly what I was planning on doing. Now this heater here, if I had a black heater, because they do sell all black heaters, it would look even better. And let me just show you from the outside of the tank. It's still not going to be that bad, you know what I mean? It's not like you're going to see it hanging on the background or lengthwise this way. I have it on the side here. I'm going to put a thin layer of black substrate, not too thick, and it'll probably blend in with the heater, so it's gonna look pretty cool. And if I went thicker, I could actually go a little bit higher and maybe somewhat camouflage the heater if I wanted to you know, hide it, but it's not a big deal to me. Next is this beautiful 40-gallon breeder stand that we're gonna put together. It is a 40-gallon metal tank stand we got from Petco. Now, if you guys remember, or if you guys don't remember, if you haven't seen it in my previous video, I'll put a link down in the description below. Go check out that video. I believe I got this for like, God, $50. It was like a steal. So I went ahead and picked it up because I knew in the future I was gonna get a 40-gallon tank, and the vision is coming together. And I love when I visualize something and then I execute. This is part of the execution part. So let's go ahead and put this stand together. So with the power of technology and YouTube, we're gonna go ahead and put this whole thing together with just a simple wave of my hand. You guys ready? Here we go. See the box? Now watch, it'll be built. And just like that, it is done. Look at that craftsmanship, huh? So let's go ahead and put this in the house and get it all ready to go. I'm sorry, my bad, I forgot. We gotta make a lid for that aquarium too. So we're here at Home Depot. Yes, we're gonna do a quick DIY, and I've done this before, aquarium lid. So if you guys wanna know how to make a quick aquarium lid, any size, well, not any size, but for the most part, I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, all right? So let's go inside and get this corrugated plastic. Now, I'm pretty sure every Home Depot is different, but at my Home Depot, the corrugated sheets of plastic that we're gonna use to make the aquarium lids are in the lumber department. So just give you a heads up. Most of them are pretty much all like designed the same. So, all right, so what I wanna do is I wanna inform you guys that when you buy a corrugated sheet of plastic, it runs 8 feet, okay? It's pretty long, so if you have a car that's small, it might be challenging unless you can have somebody here cut it for you in half. We're gonna get home, cut this to size for the 40-gallon breeder. I'll see you guys at the house. All right, guys, we are home, and as you can see, this small little scratch going down, I actually just marked it with a razor blade to fit right in the inside of our tank. So let's go ahead and cut it, and then I'll show you how it fits. Boom, just like that. You can see how I cut it to where it fits right inside the groove of the aquarium all the way around. You can kind of see how it's just rests on that inside frame, and it's not that bad looking, you know. Looks pretty good. Anyways, corrugated plastic sheets, easy aquarium covers. You put your light right over the top of it, doesn't burn it or anything like that. Transparent, clear. There's different styles like you saw, and we just got to rinse this off now. It's kind of dirty and dusty. And by the way, just so you guys know, this background here I did rinse off before I installed it, just so you know, okay? Just don't just throw it in there, because there's dust particles and dirt that can get into the tank, and it could maybe cause an effect on your fish. So make sure you rinse everything off, guys, before you put it in your tank. All right, so check this out. I also cut a nice little piece of the lid out to actually fit the AquaClear 110. As you can see, it's really custom right there, all the way down into the trim here along the side, so you get that nice custom fit with our AquaClear 110. But not only that though, I wanted to show you guys the cool thing about these lids here is they kind of have these little indentures that go up and pop out. They're really good to run wires too, in and out. See that? That way you can run them out. You don't have to worry about running them out the back or cutting out notches, which you can. This way you can just run the wires out through the side. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. All right, so as you can see, we actually drained the 29-gallon tank down to almost the very bottom. We actually used a lot of that water to transfer Boy the Flowerhorn into this 5-gallon bucket with the aerator on there, make him feel comfortable. But not only that though, you see that bag That bag consists of all cycled media. Yeah, see this huge bag of cycled media? This bag here was in one of my quarantine tanks, which I'm always storing backup cycled media, so I can always jump start a tank if I need an emergency tank or emergency tub. I always have backup media. So that bag of media is going to go into our Aqua Clear 110, hang on the back, so that way the 40-gallon breeder tank will be good to go. As far as adding fish, we don't have to worry about damaging or stressing out Boy. As you can see, he's down there. There it is. The stand is in place. We're going to go get the tank. I actually moved the other tank to this side right here of the room, so when you walk in, it's kind of like right there. Just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. And Maui's doing great, so let's go get the tank and put her in. Before I actually take this 40-gallon breeder in the room, what we're going to do is we're going to take the sponge out of the Aqua Clear 110, and let me show you exactly what I'm going to do with it, okay? We're going to take this bad boy out, and we're going to take it over here, all the fish water that I actually took out of the 29-gallon tank, and we're actually going to get it wet. We're going to rinse it out in here, or I should say wring it out in here. So basically, I'm actually just rinsing out this new sponge in tank water versus regular faucet water that has chloramines and chlorine and all that junk. So this is how we're going to rinse this new sponge out. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Let's go put it back inside. Now that we got the sponge back inside the Aqua Clear, we're going to go ahead and top it off with some polyfill, all right? So let me go ahead and grab a handful of this stuff. I'm just going to spread it nice and even over the top because we still have our bag of media that we're going to put. So this is a good handful right here. We're going to go ahead and stuff it right up top here, kind of spread it out. That way this is going to pick up all the fine particles. Now, you know, you really want your water to be as clean as possible from debris before it hits your biomedia, all right? So that's why we keep this polisher, and then we're gonna put our media on top of it, all right? So now we got some black substrate. Like I said in previous videos, I wanted to put black substrate at the bottom. It eliminates that whole like algae bottom filling looking thing. Not a big fan of it, but let's go ahead and add this black substrate to the bottom here. Just a thin layer. It's already rinsed. So let's see what it looks like. Now we're just gonna use our hand and just slowly work it and spread it around nicely. This black substrate here, this sand in particular, is very, very, very fine. So like you can see all the little floating. This is all sand. It just floats with the air that gets in it. So we're just gonna guide our hand over it nice and slowly, and just make a thin layer of black sand. Over here, you can see how we're just gonna slightly, not really cover the heater, but it's right up there laying on the sand. So I think that's good. All right, we got some water ready to fill this bad boy up, so let's go ahead and fill it up. Check this out. I kind of did this. I put a T at the bottom here and ran 2 pieces of hose about the same length and put my air stone so it's like a T, and we're just gonna kind of hang it down here at the bottom, there we go. So it gives some extra aeration, and I just kind of ran the hose. I got the air pump up top here. What I eventually want to do is put like a shelf, maybe right about here, a small little shelf that I can just put this on top. We have our hose clamp, our hose, our pump that's pumping out the dechlorinated water here into the tank. And of course, we have our Tupperware. Yep, the Tupperware with a bunch of cuts and slits. This is just a little trick that I use so it doesn't disturb the substrate, you know, and it makes it clear too, so you don't get that cloudiness of the substrate. So we have a thin layer of black substrate. Here, let me show you how clear it is. Look how clear that is, huh? Not bad at all, right? So anyways, we will see you in a second when this tank is full and ready to go. Boom, just like that, guys. It is done. this is what it's looking like. It's not full all the way up, but I do have Maui in this bucket, and we're actually going to dump him and the water inside this bucket in the tank. So let's go ahead and do that. And there he is, the man of the hour, boy, the Flowerhorn. It's been about 2 hours since I put him in here, so he's adapted really well. He's real comfortable now, cruising around. Checking out his new HGTV setup. We upgraded him from a 29-gallon to a 40-gallon. So he's loving it. He's got more space. Not that that one was too crammy for him. There was a lot of space. He's still small. But this is going to be pretty much his forever home. We got the black substrate. I really love the way that turned out. The 3D background, $25. Come on. That is a steal. I'm loving the way this turned out too. The black airline hose running down to the black tee with the air stones. That came out pretty dope. I like that. A little extra aeration for the tank. And then you can't really see the AquaClear intake valve. It's over there on the side. But it runs up. The AquaClear 110 with all the cycled media in it. I really wanted to cover the bare bottom just because I hate seeing that algae buildup. So we just put a real thin layer of black sand substrate. And yeah, he's looking good. And so is that guy over there, Maui. Yeah, Maui, you ready for your competition too? It should be fun. We're trying to win here, huh? Are we winning or are we losing? No, we don't lose, we learn. That's what we do. I want to give a huge shout out to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the Ohana. I really appreciate you guys. But not only that though, I appreciate all my OG subscribers too as well. So glad you guys are enjoying the channel. We got a lot more content to make, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Other than that, happy fish, happy life, much love, and aloha. Hana Hui A Maui.